After running through the Warriors for the past 5 NBA seasons, the title officially runs through LeBron again. If you want to win the championship in 2021, you will have to beat him. And Golden State likes their odds, but they may need another piece or two to compete with that big lineup of LeBron and Anthony Davis. But these trades here will make it a near certainty. Hola amigos, welcome to Take Some Fuego. Today we take a look at the Golden State Warriors, see what their options are for the moves that will push them over the top. After a year off, the Warriors hope to have a fully healthy Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. And Andrew Wiggins, who everyone has decided is good ever since being traded to the Warriors, is looking to be a contributing factor as well. The Warriors have a number of trade chips they can throw at teams' way to fill in holes around Steph, Klay, and Draymond. The number 2 pick in the draft could be James Wiseman or Lamelo Ball, who have star potential in the league. They have Minnesota's first round pick in 2021, and they would certainly be willing to throw in any combination of their first round picks for a trade for a solid role player who will likely be the third scoring option on their offense. Oh, and that big Andrew Wiggins contract makes it possible to attach these assets and get back a max contract caliber of player or less to make the trade work. The Warriors already have a backbone of a title contending team. When you have Steph and Curry, that tends to happen. And then they have solid options with Klay at the 2, Draymond as your glue guy, Looney at the 5, and Wiggins, who will likely be better for the Warriors than he was for the Wolves, as he will be Harrison Barnes with more money. But there are still holes to fill in there as well. The bench is one of the weaker benches in the league. Looney may not be a 36 minutes per game center, and Andrew Wiggins is Harrison Barnes with more money. So how can we improve this Warriors team? There is a name that's been connected to the Warriors before on a team that has been in the playoff mix but quite far out of title contention themselves. It may make sense for them to rebuild with a couple of assets that the Warriors will be willing to part with. That name is Aaron Gordon. I think Orlando sees the writing on the wall, as if they think the players on their roster can be the best players on a title team, you must be a cat person. All due respect to cats and cat people, but it may be time for Orlando to ship off some pieces, rebuild completely from the ground up, perhaps keeping Vucevic in the process, who could be the role model to the younger players on the team. The Warriors have some of these pieces to offer. The trade would require Orlando to take Andrew Wiggins, which works out because you can still tank and have Andrew Wiggins on your team. Just ask Jimmy Butler. And then the number of picks that could be thrown Orlando's way would be the real prize. The number 2 pick overall might be an option, and Minnesota's first next year would likely be on the table for Orlando to rebuild with. Over in San Francisco, Aaron Gordon would probably be unlocked as the third option on offense of that team. Defenses will have to turn their attention to Curry and Klay, leaving more opportunities for Gordon, and Draymond could be the glue guy that would set it all up. If that's not the Golden State preference, they could go with finding solid role players. With the Rockets GM Daryl Morey out of town, they may be looking to go in another direction themselves. And perhaps Golden State is the team that wants to try the micro ball experiment next, or at least find a defensive wing. The Warriors still have their trade player exception, which allows them to trade for a player making up to $17 million while not trading salaries back in return. A couple of players fit under that umbrella in Houston. Robert Covington, or as I call him, Harrison Barnes except good, would be a good addition for the Warriors. He's an excellent 3-and-D guy, which Steve Kerr would definitely appreciate and would fit in the offense nicely. A starting lineup of Curry, Klay, Covington, Draymond, and Looney, and bench pieces they can pick up in free agency is starting to look like a championship roster. But maybe you don't like 3s, and maybe you don't like Ds. How about another Rockets player who would fit the bill? Like PJ Tucker. The Warriors do need a center, am I right, guys? Another 3-and-D guy like most of the Houston Rockets that would fit nicely into the Warriors offense and would certainly be a tough defender on that side of the ball. With Klay, PJ Tucker, and Draymond, they would have bodies to throw at nearly every title contending team. Kawhi and Paul George, Giannis, LeBron, although Anthony Davis may still give them some fits. The exception that would be used on both of these players would need to include picks so Houston can reshape their team in the way the owner Fertitta would like. Are either worth a number 2 pick? Debatable. Possibly. My guess would be some future firsts, perhaps Minnesota's future first next year. Another player that may be on the market and looking for a new home is Bradley Beal. A number of things would have to go right for the Warriors to be able to obtain Bradley Beal. 1. Beal would have to request a trade. 2. The Warriors would need to offer more than anything else the Wizards could get for Bradley Beal. The package that's thrown out there a lot is Wiggins, whoever it ends up being, and Minnesota's future first-round pick. Is this the best package that will be available for Bradley Beal? I kind of doubt it. In a 2020 draft class where the star potential is thought to be low and may just develop into solid role players, with Minnesota's pick where it's unknown where it will land, and Andrew Wiggins, IDK. I'm not totally sold, unless Beal says he's not resigning anywhere except a select few teams, Golden State being one of them. They could potentially outbid the competition. Or the Warriors put Draymond Green on the table. Yeah, the Warriors would be the best shooting team in the league with Curry, Clay, and Beal, and could pivot and try to flip Wiggins or the pick for some bigs. And the Wizards could retool with a fully healthy John Wall, if that ever happens, and one of the best glue guys in the game with Draymond Green. But what do you think? What deal gets it done for the Warriors? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more NBA Trade Machine simulations.